This video will handle respawning the hero and spawning in enemies. What we'll need to do is head over to the TwinStick game mode, and if you haven't already, open it up into the blueprint editor. Once we've done that, all we'll need to do is start by getting a custom event, renaming it to respawn player. From respawn player, we're gonna get all actives of class, and we'll put here the enemy character. From get all actives of class, we're gonna drag and drop to spawn actor from class, as shown here. From class, once we've done that, change the class to hero character, and we'll have the same name. Once you've done that, bring in your player spawn transform and hook it up. What we need to do now is bring in a get player controller, and from this return value, we'll drag and connect to possess. Once you've hooked everything up, it goes as follows. Just to sum it up quickly. So we've created a respawn player custom event that will respawn the player into the level. Okay, we got that. Once it respawns, it will take possession of that new spawned player. This will be followed up by heading into the hero character blueprint to set up the initial spawn point. Cool. What it does is when the player is spawned into the level, he's going to set up in the game mode, and this variable is now populated and ready for respawning. Then at the end, we'll call the function respawn player. That will make a reference to the game mode variable, and then it will destroy the previous actor. So we just finished covering respawning the player. We'll now move on to respawning the enemy. This is the point where the decision comes to you. It's your choice. The way I did it was I wanted my enemies to spawn from the sky. So what we'll do is create a new blueprint class with an actor type called enemy spawner. Once you've opened that up, what we'll need to do first is add a box collision component, and I rename mine spawn volume. First thing we're going to do is bring in a custom event called spawn enemy. From spawn enemy, we're going to get all actives of class and set that actor class to enemy character. Excuse me. Then we'll bring in the spawn volume, that component, into the event graph. We'll start by dragging from spawn volume to get scaled box extent, since this will scale over the whole area above the level, just inside the four walls. We'll then connect the return value to random point in bounding box, and then from spawn volume again, we'll then get world location and connect get world location to origin. Alright. And this will set up random points inside or within the box. Cool. So what we'll do now is we'll come back to this. We're just going to head over to the game mode quickly. So what I want to do is from event begin play, we'll yet again use get all actors of class and set the actor class to enemy spawner. We'll then use a get node. This get node is used to sort out all my spawners, in this case, in a list, and then it will grab the first one in that list. Well, for me, I'm only using one spawner in this case. So we'll then promote the variable. So then we'll rename this new variable to spawner. Yes. We need to set a timer. Function will be spawn enemy. Once you've done that, we'll need to do a float divided by float. And as we promote the bottom variable, this will determine our enemy spawn rate. Alright, we're doing good so far. Now that we covered that, we're going to head back into the enemy spawner. And what we'll do here is we're going to have a limit to how many enemies can be in the level at a time, in direct contact to the limit we set. So from out of actors, we'll get the length array, and from that length array we'll bring in a integer less than. From integer less than, we're going to promote that variable and name it max enemies. This max enemies integer allows you to set whatever number you want. Take a nice testing. Keep it to 10 at the start, but once you've edited and reworked what you wanted to do, then you can add more. Alright. Now, from the branch, from true, we're going to bring in spawn AI from class. The pawn class will be enemy character, and we'll connect the return value from the random point in bounding box to location. Excuse me. And that will cover what we'll need to spawn the enemy. Now that we've gotten that taken care of, what you want to do is head over to your level, bring in your enemy spawner. Once you've brought in your enemy spawner, we're going to raise it up. You're free to use these dimensions if you want. Upon setting up the dimensions for the enemy spawner, all you'll need to do is make sure you save, and once you start playing the level, enemies will start dropping in from above. As you see here, the shadows give a clear indication that the enemies are spawning in from above, as you can see. So I'll leave the testing to you. Show your creativity, show wonders.